'cause we're gonna be legends. What we're doing here ain't just scary, it's about to be legendary.
Over the years, tens of millions of people have come to me watching these videos, wanting to learn how to make money in real estate, how to do their next deal, how to command their financial future, how to improve their mindset. But if you were to ask me, in my opinion, how many of those people are actually taking action, I would say, unfortunately, very few. You see, there's a world of a difference between getting information and actually taking action on it. I have to tell you, it drives me bonkers, it drives me nuts. Because I would love for nothing more for you to take this information and act on it. But I have just recently cracked the code. I actually discovered the secret to getting people to take action. And you know what it is? It's different than you actually might think. So it turns out that when I actually get the opportunity to teach people my breakthrough technology, I can take someone who is stopped not by information, but by fear or feeling like they need more, or there's some other worry or past failure, and I've got a technology to help them break through so that they can actually dive in and take action. In fact, where I teach this is at my live event that I put on every single quarter. People all over the world come to my private event center where they can get with me for 4 days. And during that period of time, am I giving them their $1 million game plan? Yes. Am I teaching them the tools of financial freedom? Yes. But what they're not expecting is that I'm actually going to dive into their soul and break apart the thing that is holding them back from doing what they actually want to do. And what that means is if you just take a look at the event that we had in April, those people are now on stage in August, breaking watches on my stage, celebrating deals that would have never happened. But don't take it from me. Actually take it from someone that went to one of my last events. So I'm actually joined here by Cole. How we doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Dude, how did we find each other?
Being honest, I just found you on YouTube.
Okay, and just let them know, how many YouTube videos were you actually watching?
I was watching every one that came out every single day.
And was the information good?
Absolutely.
Did you like what you were learning?
100%.
But did it lead to you actually doing deals?
I'll be honest, no, I didn't do anything.
And why do you think that was? What do you think was holding you back?
I mean, I was just scared. I didn't know if I was gonna fail. I didn't know if something was gonna come up. You know, I wanted that help. I was just afraid that something was gonna happen.
And you know, I think, Cole, there's a lot of people that feel that exact same way. But then you did something. You actually took me up on an invitation that came from one of the videos, actually joined me at one of my live events. What happened there?
If I'll be honest, it absolutely changed my life. It turned it completely around. I went from construction, not knowing where I'm gonna go, going nowhere, to where I am now, doing deals, getting things done, and it's just been incredible.
So I can actually feel some of the emotion there for you. What's it been like the last 6 months, making that shift from a dead-end job to loving your life?
It's honestly unexplainable. It's been an incredible experience. Getting that mentorship and being able to have the tools to be able to change my life, not just financially, but like you said, mentally, be able to have that faith and happiness in my life again.
And we all got mental blocks, but because you went to the event, you're now sitting here today, and how many deals have you done?
I actually have done a couple of deals with my sister, brought her on, she partnered with you as well.
And they came to one of the events too, right?
Yep.
And that was a game changer for them?
Game changer, so they're gonna do 2 more now. But yeah, for me personally, I'm gonna get my first deal done here in a little bit, so.
So I'll tell you what, so Cole, when he went to the event, I actually gave him the knowledge and information, but then I gave him the technology and then the breakthroughs that actually allowed it to come together. And I want to ask you this question. Doing deals, you know that I'm all about creativity, and it's like when you don't have money, how do you make it happen anyway? Were you out there saving all this money to do deals, or did you find a way to actually get in and make real estate happen without any money?
All the deals that I have right now have not put a dime of my own money in.
Okay, so friends, I'm telling you right now, this is how I built my portfolio, and this is what's available to you. This is why it's so important for you to hear it from Cole, but not just Cole, some others. In fact, we had a couple of individuals that were at one of my last events, and they actually shot a little video for us, and I want you to hear what Betsy has to say.
I'm Betsy Maxwell, and my friend suggested that I come to this really positive event, that it would just fit in with me. Today's event, this was Unleash Your Financial Destiny, and the first day was all about changing our past limiting beliefs and really becoming the person we were meant to be. And what I was able to do was, through Kris's program, I'm now the owner of my own business, and I have a real estate investment property. It was my very first one, and his team was amazing to work with. His team allowed me to walk through that process, and as a gift, he allowed us to smash this beautiful watch. And it means a lot that it stops time. It stops our time from really working and focusing on things we don't want to do, but to focus the time on my why, to focus the time on what's important and what I can do. I'm the boss of me. I get to be in charge and live that limitless life. Kris provides the tools. He's provided and written out these programs to duplicate, to multiply his success, because his joy is teaching others those things. So what really made a difference in my life to enable myself to make those next steps is to take those brave steps to get rid of some of the things and those things where I was telling myself, well, maybe you can't, or what if, or should, or those things that hold you back. He gives you those tools to go forward. He gives you the path. He outlines everything to do, start to finish, to go forward and really get that game plan. And one of the mantras that I came up with, thanks to Kris's programming and the studies and this great event, was as you live life with an abundant and inspired next steps, then you're doing that instead of living in the mediocrity of just normal, average comfort and staying where you're at. To excel yourself and to really break out to that person that you were born to be, to continue to be your 10 out of 10, you need to take those action steps. And movement into action is that inspiration that comes from these events with Kris. Thank you, Kris.
Now, Betsy talks about this notion of, getting the tools that helped her to learn how to think in decades. And as a result, Betsy actually made a deal happen, made a grundle of money. I was so happy for her. This idea, what would you say is one of the bigger takeaways that you got from attending one of those events and that allowed the big change to happen?
That I'm in absolute control of my life, that I can do anything that I want, and things that were what I thought were dreams before have now become a reality for me, and I can create the life that's mine.
So my friend, I don't just want you to be like a fan on YouTube that watches videos and say, wow, I love this knowledge. I actually want you to say, I get the knowledge and I take action on it. And what's allowed me to really crack the code is I basically opened my doors and said, you know what? You need more than just YouTube videos for many of you. For you to really take action, come join me live, get proximity for 4 days straight, where for those 4 days, they're long days, aren't they?
Oh, they're long days.
Yes, but by the end of the day, even on day one, we have people that are chanting and raving, saying this was life-changing, because it's not about just a life-changing experience and one breakthrough, it's multiple. I want to show you just a quick little snippet here from Vin and Katrina and what they had to share from coming to their first event and where it's led them.
My name is Vin.
And I'm Katrina.
And we are super excited to be a part of Kris's legendary program. What I am most excited about is the emotional intelligence that we get to learn, and the breakthroughs and the peak state and so on. Yes, the real estate is awesome, and I believe that it is a byproduct of a right mind. Making money or creating wealth I find fairly easy, but the question is, can you keep it? I think get it internally first and everything else follows. When I look at Kris and I see his talents and his mind, I believe that with his mind, he can touch any businesses and it would turn into gold.
I think this is actually our third event, and each time you learn something new. You always pick up something different as you go along. You implement whatever you learned from the first event, and then the second event, it's a little bit different. We applied it into our business, and since our, based on our income from January till now, we actually tripled our income in our business. And then we also had some staff changes that to staff that actually fits into more of what our vision of the office is.
Yeah, not only business-wise, also relationship-wise and
Health-wise.
Connections, health definitely, and everything is just bam. What lacked in my life, at least, was the execution. I did not know how to execute. I mean, when it says celebrate or peak state, I had no clue what to do. Go, woo! But now, yeah, definitely. It's the execution that we're learning from Kris. How to really be on top of that.
So you think about that, they've now done several deals and they're moving forward and they're doing more deals, but they're like so many other people now. So when I say we've cracked the code, Cole, it's not just this idea of come to an event. You've been to how many events now?
I've been to 3 now.
And would you guess that it's going to lead to doing more deals?
100%, absolutely.
Yeah. And do you have a game plan for making your next $1 million?
Yep.
Are you pumped?
Oh, I'm so pumped.
For those that are watching this and wondering, to get in my car, get on a plane, to come out to the event, it seems like that's such a big commitment. Like that's so much to ask for. Is that, for someone that's so far away or maybe they're strapped financially, would you still recommend it for them?
I would find any way that you could to come out to the event. That absolutely changed my life 100%. 180 degrees. Like you need to come out and get proximity to this man because it's changed my life, it's changed my family's life and my future. Like please just do whatever you can to make it happen.
Cole, dude, thank you so much for joining today.
Thanks, brother.
I got to tell you, one of my absolute favorite parts of what we do is people will come out to an event and then only months later, they'll rejoin me at the event, but they actually get on stage. And we have this cool tradition that when you've done your first deal on my stage, I give you a pocket watch. And it's a really nice pocket watch. It's a pocket watch that you actually probably want to keep or wear or have as a souvenir. But I'm going to give you a big old fat sledgehammer and you're going to crack and you're going to smash that watch. Because it's a symbol of freedom. It's a symbol of getting your time back. It's a symbol of getting your life back. No more being beholden to the man, a job, a boss, but for you to be empowered in your own life. That's what you get when you come to unleash your financial destiny. Proximity is power, my friend. How I've gotten where I am today is that I got in the airspace of my mentors and I learned from them. And then I gathered new information. Here you're gonna actually have me provide experiences that are gonna lead to taking action. That is what we have cracked the code on. So listen, in the description below, you're gonna get access to my next events, when they're gonna be, and I'm inviting you to not just watch my YouTube videos and get empowered with good knowledge. I wanna invite you to get into my airspace, come as a VIP of mine, and have an experience where your life will never be the same again.